position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. From inside the 10, here he comes. The Rebels offense will take the first swing of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. Makes a man miss. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Rides the back and leaves it. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the option. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will go to work for the first time today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs.
Turning it on! They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Guys, let's talk just for a minute about Minnesota. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think We just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the ground with the back. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted for the 11th time. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40, the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ole Miss. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the jets, making the big play.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads it left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Rebels in the hurry up. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Knight. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Barry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. You know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Makes the grab on the left. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Immediately fires to the middle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
And the Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They go to the ground. There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Knight. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The offense in hurry-up mode. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. The give on the counter. Fights off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Bring in the heat. He'll heave it deep. Underneath toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if he's going to run it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. The Rebels need to pick it up on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Knight. Finds his target down the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead down a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And the Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Got the first down and more. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Just way off target and missed it.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
On target over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Going to sling it on second down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Touchdown, Minnesota! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The Rebels want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Up-tempo for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Knight. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Back to pass on second down. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations.
It's a fumble. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got... And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Golden Gophers will go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. They want to get this defense on its heels. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fighting off the defender. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Wide receiver going in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Intercepted deep in his own end.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Barker. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. The play action fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Connection to the right. building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. They just keep firing. Hit as he throws.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Fires complete on the crosser. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Got out of trouble and throws. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. And another broken tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into.
Breaks into the open. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Barry. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He wants it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Give to the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. Turning on the Jets. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
He'll take another shot here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Motion from the wide receiver. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Sails one into the middle. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. On the ground with the counter. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards in his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that 1st.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota!
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw, it's Knight. There's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in a game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flow.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads.